All right, welcome to Tennis Sucks, Pickleball podcast with Travis Rettenmeyer and Graham D'Amico. It's been a little minute. We had a Christmas break. Did you guys have a good Christmas?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Very low key.
Low key?
Yeah. So, I mean, busy, super busy. We were moving into a new place. A lot of Christmas presents were behind. So it was like 2 or 3 Santa mornings. It's amazing what he's capable of doing. Yeah, it was good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, a couple of days out of New Year's. But it's the biggest talking point for me was the Daytona recap, Travis. What a way to end the season for you. I feel like watching you play with Elise was just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. The most fun I've had playing mixed in a very, very long time, maybe ever, probably ever. She communicates like me. She's vocal, not sensitive at all. And watching someone that literally throws her body around.
Yeah, right.
No joke. There was one in the first, I think it was the first point of the Diescu match, where she actually dove face first. And it wasn't even like a roll. I'm going to land on my hip. And when she got up, there was like an 8-inch road rash on her quad. Oh. And it was like, Jesus, Elise, take first point, take it easy. And she's like, I can't help it. And she just fucking has, with reckless abandon, just launches around. So yeah, we had a blast. And, fortunately, starting in March, we're going to be playing, more or less every event, I think. So,
yeah. She feels the same way. She likes the way that you play and the way you communicate as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think so. We both were kind of commenting how much fun we had, which I think is the top priority. And then, I think, again, it's really nice when you can communicate well with somebody and you can communicate in a similar fashion. And then, I think our games match up well. And then, the one thing that I was really impressed with that I've honestly never had, and this is not a slight on any of the people that I've played before, but she was probably the best at it, is there was 3 different times where I attacked a spot on someone or did something in particular, and she had information about that particular player and where they like to respond with the ball. And most of the time, that's me. I see that. And she saw it before me, and every time it was like, holy shit, she's right. Holy shit, she's right.
Right.
And so she clearly does her fucking homework. She had playbooks on everybody and what they're doing and again, where they sit, what counter they like. And so, yeah, it was a blast. I couldn't have had more fun.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. And then you had a great win on championship court, but I forget who it was against. Who was that one?
Klinger and Jackie Kawamoto.
Right. Yeah, huge win. Awesome. And then the celebration at the end was amazing too. Lifting her off the ground.
Well, she's 100 pounds. I mean, she's so little. It just felt natural. But yeah, she, I think it deserved it. Let's be honest. The fucking girl, again, full catapult forward at 10-6-1 or whatever.
Right.
Jesus.
Well, there was a bit of an anticlimactic finish initially because I think there was a line call that they reviewed, right?
I hooked it. Yeah,
and but I think everybody really wanted something exciting because the energy was so high for the whole game. And so getting that final point where it was a tumble and then just
it was a long, I want to say the match was an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It had a lot of really good points. And that's kind of something that's interesting about Elise, and I'm going to have to get my fitness level up a little bit for sure, is because she's obviously not a power maestro, which, I'm not saying she doesn't have any, but she's very small. So it's not like she's going to power through people. The points are really long. And you're going to have, incredible defense with her where she extends the rally and she tends to be in the right spot at the right time. So you have these outrageous points from adverse positions where they just keep fucking going.
Yeah.
And it's super fun. The points get really, really fun. And so, yeah, I agree with you. At the end of that, playing it was it should culminate. This should all end with something better than a missed overhead.
Yeah, right.
And
exactly.
But she definitely took it farther than expected.
Yeah, and then you had a pretty tough matchup when you played Diescu and
yeah, I don't know how he let that one slip, to be honest. I mean, credit to Andre. He played great towards the end, but we were up 7-5 game 1.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly felt like we were, even though we lost it, I genuinely feel like we were the better team. Just kind of both times there was a 5 or 6 point swing where they got hot.
Right.
And then we were up 11-10-1. Elise missed a dink, which was the first dink she'd missed in 25 minutes, and she didn't hit it bad. She went for an aggressive dink and it just, didn't go over. And then they kind of scrapped out a few points. But yeah, I mean, I felt like if we play them 10 times, I genuinely believe we win 7.
Sure. Yeah. And for the first time you guys playing together, that's a pretty impressive feeling
I
and
think
run.
more than anything, just the fact that we played well was good, but it was more that like we were in sync a lot on where she should go, where I should go. And then, you know, when we did fuck up, like we fucked up early a couple times with balls going down the middle from certain positions, we were able to kind of address it right away and make the adjustments.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. Well, I'm glad. I'm pretty pumped that you're going to be playing with her more.
Same.
I think that everyone was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
People are
it
loving
makes
it.
it a lot more fun.
Yeah. Second though, how about DJ though? So DJ, first time playing with him, didn't quite get as far, right?
No, we actually had the same round.
Same round? Okay.
We had our first 2 wins weren't impressive.
Okay.
Windy day, we played 2 Zane Ford, another singles guy. I'm not sure of his name.
Yep.
Beat them badly. And then we played Wes Burrows and Martin Emrich. Wes and I, of course, talked a fair bit of shit. And, you know, but I've been watching Wes since he was 5 years old. So as I told him then, I've been reading it the whole time. I don't think I've ever lost to Wes. I don't intend to lose to Wes. And then, yeah, we played Klinger and Diascu, and like credit to them, they played fantastic. I think DJ and I never really got into sync. Like it never looked like he expected what I was doing, or I was expected what he was doing. It was always weird. It just never felt good. So you know, I think he's obviously a great player. He's got a ton of shots, but we could never get like any kind of sequence down that this is working. And part of that was them. Like I think if you went back, their error count was fucking nil. Like they barely missed a ball.
Oh yeah.
And so they posed a lot of questions, and we didn't have any of the answers.
Got it. Yeah. That's tough.
Plus, DJ's just had a kid coming off an injury.
Yeah, I mean, I
He's got a lot going on.
I don't think he played badly. I just think it's like sometimes your game gels really well with somebody, and sometimes it doesn't. You know, whether that could gel well or not, I'm not sure. But like again, I just felt like I was moving to certain spots, thinking he would go to there, and we were just never. It was never working.
Yeah. So so at least then I guess maybe top of the chemistry chart for in terms of a doubles partner. So for men, is it Zane maybe that you'd say, or maybe Donald?
Zane and Donald for sure. I mean, I think Zane just because he's played longer and he's more like the hype man.
Yeah.
I think Donald more because he speaks in a similar fashion that I do. It's kind of short and sweet and not a lot of bullshit or fluff.
Yeah.
But also because I think that Donald, because he's newer to pickleball, he kind of lets me take the reins and run it. And so I personally prefer it that way, because I think I genuinely have a good eye for what's taking place, where people like to go, what the patterns are. And so we work well in that sense. But you know, don't take that with a grain of salt. He's certainly not shy to tell me if I'm wrong.
Nice. Sweet. So that wasn't the only exciting thing from coming out of Daytona. I think that the one thing that I saw a lot of was recaps of AJ Kohler's match against Al Hooney, I think. Is that
Against
right?
everyone?
Against everyone, I guess. Well, Graham, why don't you give me the recap on
I don't know the full
AJ's?
recaps. I think Travis has more info on it, but basically Matt Wright and AJ Kohler were like little Tasmanian devils in Daytona and just fighting with anyone who wanted to fight.
I mean, I'm here for it, man. I think AJ1 plays better that way. He gets very bored. So yeah, the first round was surprising because I don't even know the dudes he was playing. I think they're like some of the rowdy pickleball guys in Jacksonville, North Carolina. They were into it with them, and that was the funniest one because our very own what's his last name? Evan
Pratt.
Evan Pratt, last name, sorry, was the one getting into it on the sidelines with Matt. And so, you know, not surprising that took place, to say the least. You know, I mean, Matt is certainly not shy. If someone starts chirping to him, fucking A, he's coming with it. The one that was, I mean, one that was funny also was next round they played Rafa and Marshall Brown. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And right when they win, AJ gives it, he has like a very firm, aggressive, you know? And he's like that, no more hooking.
Nice.
Which isn't surprising because Rafa can fucking throw out some calls, man.
Yeah,
Woo,
sure.
boy. Round him up there. Hits the blue, it's out.
Yeah.
And you know, and I mean, like, Rafa's not a bad guy, but I give him shit every time. Like, what's up, you cheating motherfucker?
Oh, that's
you know,
so funny.
It's like, so I didn't watch the match. I don't know if he was cheating, but I've watched him cheat many a time. the funny part, he'll come up to you after. He's like, "What's up, man? Yeah, tough match. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you, asshole. You fucking, perfect examples. Our black bear match. I didn't see it. And he winks at me. It's like,
That's so funny.
Shameless. That's got to be a country bumpkin thing, I guess. But it's like, if you can get away with it, you just do it.
So funny.
And then, the one that was amazing, which is the two worst fucking characters in pickleball. I hope they get banned. I think they're complete douchebags. The Alhouni fucking brothers strike again. Get rid of these fucking guys. They are the most classless, awful people I've ever encountered. And they shouldn't be in the game. I hope they're gone. So he gets into it with them. The fucking first call was the lob, I believe. It was or the reflex, sorry. It's fucking nuts. I don't remember if it's lob or reflex, but 6 inches inside the baseline. The younger Alhouni brother calls it. Spencer Smith, of course, pleads the fifth. Oh, I didn't fucking see it. Man, the guy on court 19 saw it.
Yeah.
And so that was bad.
Yikes.
And then, so there's more cheating, of course, because every match those guys are involved in, either Alhouni brother, it's a fucking miracle if they don't hook by at least a foot. And AJ is not one to stand for it. I don't fucking blame him. AJ is very fair, by the way, super fucking fair. He's going to have some moral issues with what's taking place. And then when the match was over, he fucking got him. The guy didn't want to shake his hand, the younger Alhouni. And AJ maybe made a mistake. He kind of walked over and stood over the guy.
Yeah.
Bad idea. But I understand. But not a good idea. And then the older
before that
Alhouni,
even happened, the older Alhouni was already coming on the court.
Oh, really? Already?
Oh, if you watch the film, he's on the court as the match ends.
Okay.
Well, that's not storming towards the net. It's what are you doing, dude?
That's not surprising. Oh, I mean, that
was the weird thing. Yeah. He the guy on the sideline immediately jumped the fence, not even waiting for something to happen. It was kind of wild.
I mean, by the way they act, I guarantee you their one friend is the brother. They couldn't possibly, there's no human being that could possibly like them. It's impossible.
Crazy, yeah. Damn.
You can talk about, you can't have worse character. But anyway, so then the older brother walks out there, gets in AJ's face, and actually fucking headbutts him, which is whoa, now we're getting physical, careful, because I've been to a bar with AJ playing billiards. He's a very good billiards player.
Okay.
So with that, which means he probably has spent a fair bit of time in bars playing billiards.
Yeah.
And I would not fuck with him.
Yeah.
Not to mention he grew up playing hockey.
Yes.
I love him to death, but there's a slight.
You think he's the right guy for St. Louis Shock to be shaping the young minds and youth of pickleball?
Yes, he is.
Happy
absolutely think
Gilmore.
he is.
That's
got him in
awesome.
a batting cage.
Yes. And the kids are going to have a fucking blast with him. He's going to bring out Chet Subaru. You don't think a kid wants to listen to Chet Subaru? They're going to fucking love it. He's going to be hilarious.
That's awesome.
Is this guy for real or what? Mom, can you believe this fucking guy?
Crazy.
So I mean, I actually wrote AJ after. I was like, hey, kind of give me the load. He's like, them boys be hooking. I was like, no shit. And I commended him. It's a miracle that he didn't knock the fucking guy out. It's a miracle. And so credit to him.
He's probably still thinking about
I don't think
that last incident.
But the what?
The last incident he had, remember? I think it was with Fed.
For sure. He actually said that. He's like, I'm a changed man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, smart. It's good of him to.
He cannot physically strike someone, obviously. But the guy did initiate it first. And again, credit to him, because if someone headbutts me walking out on the court, I don't know. I can't say.
Yeah.
The fact that that's even a conversation is insane.
Yeah.
You weren't even in the fucking match.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
But he has to engage. In fact, one of the altercations I had with him, I'm playing Lohani, I'd never talked to the guy in my life, playing Lohani in singles. And he comes over and he's just berating me simply because the previous match, in a previous tournament, his brother was playing Hayden and was cheating him so bad that I commented, hey, stop cheating the kid. So he found me and was just, again, not playing the match. Not playing.
Wow.
But had very derogatory shit to say. And then was in my face the whole time. And anyway.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
even
hope they get fined
with all that hooking, the results aren't even there. So it's
they suck. The guy, I mean, it's sad too, because I lost him twice in MLP, but first tournament that I'd ever played with the Proton, had no fucking idea
sure.
that it needed a break-in period at that point. But in any normal circumstance, if I lose to that guy, I'm
Yeah.
I'm quitting.
Yeah, that's wild. On more positive notes, though, it was quite fun to watch Lee Waters return briefly. I think it's a temporary thing, right? She's not really coming back
but
for.
fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean,
We predicted that wrong.
well, yeah, we had semi.
I think we said semis.
We had
you
semi,
thought- yeah,
and
yeah.
I think Georgia and Tyra in the final looked tight to me. But
It must be hard. I
Lee
mean,
was
the
good,
whole
man.
crowd is like rooting for
course, why
Lee.
wouldn't
You know,
Of course, you have to.
yeah, right.
You have to.
Tough
If you
break.
don't, like, something's wrong with you, kind of.
Yeah, right.
But,
But yeah, Lee was looking great.
Lee fucking was good, and she plays fast, so it suits Anna Lee because they've obviously played 14,000
What do you think about Lee?
games.
What do you think about Lee Waters for the smash?
I think she'd say no.
Lee.
I think she's not interested.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah,
But that's would be fucking great. And
Yeah,
then
I'm
I love the
putting it out
fact,
tonight.
this is the fucking best part. I forgot about this. Dylan Seeger, okay, our faithful PPA employee, the guy who handles all the players reps.
yes. Okay.
He played with Lee Waters and mixed, and they beat the Al Hooney brother first round.
Oh
tall one.
shit!
So I was like,
That's
fucking
crazy.
Dylan, my boy. Got that motherfucker.
Wow. Damn. Good
So
job,
he's a pretty
Lee.
good player, huh?
Dylan's good.
Good player relations guy.
Yeah, Dylan's good. His claim to fame is the first tournament he played, he took a game off Ben Johnson singles.
No way,
Yeah,
really?
And then he's
Hell
like,
yeah.
Ben then tied his shoes, woke up, clearly wasn't there yet, and beat
Nice.
the shit out of me.
That's amazing. I love that.
But no, he's humble, very humble. He wouldn't tell you unless you asked.
That's
But
dope.
I was like, are you any good at this? He's like, actually, I took a game with Ben Johnson. I was like, shut the fuck up.
That's
No, I
amazing.
swear. All right.
What did you think of seeing Lee play again, Graham? Were you excited?
Great.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's going to make the U.S. Open. Like, the U.S. Open's going to be big again this year because of those two.
Right,
The
right,
fans
right.
are going to show up in droves.
All right. So yeah, other breaking news. We got some new paddle bands. You guys need the list. Do you remember the list? Do you want me to read it?
I just know it's Gearbox, Yola,
And Pro Connects.
and Pro
Yeah.
Connects. Yeah, the Black Ace.
Yeah. Surprised or no?
No, we knew it was coming. And from what I
Yeah.
hear, there's going to be some more. They're just not, I don't know why they're dropping them in batches, but I think it's going to be roughly 10. They're saying like 10 paddles altogether or something like that.
Oh, so there's more to be announced.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be more to be announced.
Yeah,
to me.
they're testing. They're currently testing paddles that passed like a year ago, like all paddles, to
Yep.
make sure that they pass the PB core test. So they're still
Sure.
finding out some paddles that need
Right.
to pass.
But yours have passed with the new testing. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm past right now.
So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where the line is in terms of.
They don't have it yet.
Yeah.
For this year, they don't have it yet.
No.
It's going to be a little while before they determine what that metric is for the drawback.
Yeah.
And that's going to take a few months before it's enforced.
Yeah.
For USAP, so APP events or USAP sanctioned events, I don't know what this term means, but it's 0.44 is the ratio for
Okay.
the PB core test that
Sure.
these are failing. I think that there's the test a little bit different for what I understand for UPAA,
Yeah.
and the numbers going to be a little different, but similar, along
Yeah.
the similar lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The interesting
So-
part is how many companies are not going to be included in that, given the letter that was sent out by Engage, Selkirk, and so forth, that they are not going to pay the $50,000 marketing fee and this initiation that UPA is asking for.
And so then what? They won't be able to be used by pro players?
No.
Oh,
They won't be able to
gotcha.
be used.
Wait, say that again.
So
So
Engage isn't doing it, as far as I know. There's a bunch of companies on it. Vatic was one. Engage was one. You don't know about this?
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. No, there's like a paddle company alliance that's formed. I believe Selkirk and Robert Elliott from Engage were kind of the guys who started it.
Mhm.
So what UPA is asking for essentially is like what most sports have. Tennis doesn't have it, but I get it on both sides. Tennis, all the technology is comparable. Like every company has the same shit,
Mhm.
no matter who you go to.
Sure.
It's hard to enforce 10,000 paddle companies. So in order for them to enforce it and make sure that the game is played on a level playing ground, they have to test it. They have to do shit. And so they're asking basically that one, you pay a fee for that testing to get certified by the UPA. And then two, considering your paddle is now going to be used on their platform, that you pay a $50,000 marketing fee
Right.
annually. And again, I get it on both sides because it's true. These paddle companies are making a fortune, and
Yeah.
for them to, give $50,000 in assistance to make, let's just say for some companies, $10, $15 million. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I think if tennis had testing for every single racket, of course that'd be something similar. It's something similar. And I think that, NBA and NFL generally have licensing contracts with companies that are used in their league. So, it's a tough one though, because if you are a smaller company and you're just getting in, a lot to ask.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think that those companies will come around though. There's no way they're gonna Selkirk's not gonna forgo having their paddles played in PPA
Of course,
events.
because
There's no
then
way.
they would cease to exist more than they already are. And on a paddle performance basis, they already are ceasing to exist, and now you would completely minimize their profile. I think for Engage, it's a little less important because they've kind of already given up. They have Jesse Irvin and Jesse Irvin. That's it.
Yeah,
Eric
right.
Onson's contract is done. Alex Truong is done. Was with them no longer. They don't have any players.
Right,
so
right.
it's like, what's the benefit to them to push that forward if they're like, all right, we're just going to go full rec game anyway.
Right.
So it's a quandary, but yeah, I think if you want to stay at the forefront of the game, you have to stay at the forefront of the game, and that there's a cost to that.
Yeah. Interesting. What's your prediction for this, Graham? You think they're gonna come around, or do you think they're just gonna stick to their guns and go rec game?
I think they're going to come around because that's not a big number for a company. Let's use Engage because Engage is much smaller than Selkirk. Selkirk, it's a no-brainer. That's like one of their lower pros that you wouldn't even know who they are. They pay that. Like that's such a small fee.
And apparently,
so it's some kind of principle.
They don't have to pay it. So if you sponsored the PPA originally, like if you they sponsor events,
they just don't want to be a part of it.
Then you have to pay. You have to pay like the $25,000 for your paddle certification, and maybe the $2,000 per paddle or $5,000 per paddle. But the $50,000 is forgiven because you're already sponsoring. So it's like, maybe there's some moral code, but my honest belief is like they've regressed so much in terms of paddle quality relative to other companies that they're just like, well, fuck, we're gonna take a stand, these motherfuckers. But in the reality, they've already lost the game.
Yeah.
Or at least way behind in the fourth quarter, and but yeah.
I think it's smart. It needs to be done. I'm, coming from a small paddle company owner, I agree with it. I think the fee is fair. And I think that there's probably like 12 or 13 companies currently signed up. That'll probably double, I'm guessing, by the time April comes around.
Yep. I have the list.
I can't imagine that Selkirk and Engage, I think they'd be foolish not to do that.
Yeah.
Because even if you're not going to pay a top pro like Jesse Irvin, let's say, there's going to be some pro who uses your paddle who doesn't have really a paddle contract yet that's going to get some TV time or want to play the PPA. And,
And I guess they're just going to get them a blacked out paddle. It'll have nothing on it.
Oh, I see. So they're still allowing them to play with the paddle. It's just blacked out.
I don't know that.
I wasn't told that. I was told that you have to pay the $75 regardless, the $50,000 marketing fee, or you can't have
to use another company. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's using another company.
She could. I think she might be able to use a blacked out Engage. That's possible. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Well, then I have a different theory for that, which I probably shouldn't give out. If they were allowing that, I would, even as a small paddle company, think about doing that. I actually would rather have my paddle not be marketed,
played in black,
and people are asking about it.
Then they probably won't do it.
So if
they probably won't do it then, just based on that,
I would 100%. I'd be like, what the hell is Will Howells playing with that he just won this match? And that's more buzz than I could ever imagine getting if I had 10 Yola pros.
Like guerrilla marketing.
Let's say they are doing it that way. Once that happens one time, we're like, all right, never mind, fuck that. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I would eat that up. That'd be my model.
It's a good idea. Huge news. The John Bros no longer.
Graham was correct.
Wow, it's been so long. So much has happened.
Kind of an anticlimactic announcement. I feel like kind of some rumor, and then it was like, oh, it's a thing now. We still don't know who he's playing with.
He doesn't know who he's playing with.
Did we get the reel together of me saying they're going to break up and Travis saying it's never going to happen yet? Did we get that one out?
I'll clip it together.
Please, can you clip? He was supposed to, actually. I had him on it. I think he got busy. I was like, pull every pod we ever had that we talked about the John brothers breaking up.
Yeah. I got to go back through the archives.
Who's his right side now? Because, listen, if Gabe or Hayden do that, Gabe, Hayden, you're fucking morons.
Yeah, right.
Don't do it.
You're saying don't partner with Ben.
Fuck no, man. These guys are like, that would be the most beta bitch move that you could possibly make. Don't fucking do it. You're setting the tone for yourself to be the man. Don't
Sure,
fucking
sure.
retain this guy's, maintain his throne status so you can be his bitch. Like, keep fucking beating him. That's
Right.
it.
And ideally,
You don't need him.
the door's wide open even more now if they keep doing what they're doing, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like, look, Hayden and Fed are a great fucking team. You know, keep that going. Diescu and fucking Klinger. Klinger played insane. We didn't mention that. Diescu and Klinger winning Daytona. They played fantastic together. They are a perfect matchup together. They play the way they cover the middle. They're both so long. It's super hard to drop. Both are very error.
I mean, Ben
Not
talked
error
about
prone at
this
all.
lefty righty combo with a really long reach.
Lefty righty condo, but let's go big air. And here's the question, but back to Ben. And yes, I'm not saying he's right because I genuinely don't think he is yet. I think that's early stages still to say that that's true because you're gonna have to decide who takes the middle. That's always gonna be an issue. And I think when you have lefty righty, it becomes more difficult to decide who's taking what. But certainly from the angles on the outside coming across, the guy in the middle, yes, that is a huge advantage. But who's gonna play the system that Ben has played up to now, where the game has gone so much more towards a right side beast? And now we have, you want me to play right side beta? You don't want Gabe reaching across and flicking out of the middle, which he does so well when the ball is,
right.
outside left corner.
Sure.
Your ball, yours. Fuck that. And
Yeah.
like, if you look at Hayden playing with Fed, like Hayden's running across and hitting, we've talked about all the time. He's taking the thirds from Fed with his backhand middle. Same when he played with Riley. That's not happening. He plays with Ben. Ever. Never fucking ever. Ben's taking that forehand every time. Don't do that. Don't fucking do it. And would you guys be great teams? For sure. You guys would be fucking awesome. Great players. But you are blazing your own path, my friend.
Right.
Continue to blaze your own fucking path.
What about Riley Newman?
Could never happen.
I'm trying to think of people. Travis?
Matt Wright.
Travis, will you play beta bitch?
No.
Oh, come on. You
I'm
don't want to play
good.
with Ben Johns?
No, I'd much rather play with Donald.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to enjoy myself. I want to be fun. I want to build something with somebody.
Yeah. So what about Matt Wright? He's up there on the right side.
That'd be a good one.
I think
because he can play beta, but he's also got probably a much faster counter, a better forehand drive, and a better forehand off the bounce.
Yeah. And he might not cover the court as much, but Ben is already used to doing that anyway.
That's yeah. So look, there's things Colin does better than Matt, but there's some things that Matt does better than Colin. They could probably blow through people a little bit. It's a little bit more scary, I would say, than Colin and Ben. I think Colin, a lot of times when people play them, they feel like there's a place to go.
Yeah.
Matt takes that away.
What about Alshon?
I mean, that's a great team.
Yeah.
But he's also a big right, He's a big right.
It's an interesting thing.
I think Ben's going to adjust to having a big right. I think that's what he's after.
He might be right.
He sees it. He sees what's happening. He understands it. And he's going to try to find the best aggressive right side player he can.
Yeah. It's an interesting thought. I never thought about that, like the counter to these right side dominant players, like not wanting to be able to continue like making their own path and not just jumping on the
it's a step backwards.
The tails. Yeah.
I don't care if they win 8 events, it's a step backwards.
All right. So a few more things we've got on the list. Pickleball World Rankings. Last time that we spoke, we knew that they were going to be signing people, and they've now announced a bunch. Not as many like notable players as maybe we thought, but I guess that's because they weren't available. So we've got Will Howells is a big name. He signed, and Eric Lang. I'm trying to get their list. And then obviously Suzanne Barr and Megan Fudge signed as well. Let's see if there are anyone else.
There's still some outstanding, I think, too, that haven't signed with
There's going to be
either.
a ton of signings.
Andre Mick. Let's see. Yana Newell. Patrick Corker. Max Manthau. Carl Kazuda. Alison Harris. Jack Monroe. Jill Braveman.
Oh, Jack did too, huh?
Getcheva also signed.
Okay.
Amanda Hendry. So yeah, I mean, like definitely people that we know,
I mean, it sounds like the same people that were playing the APP last year.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is going to take a couple years to see like a real shakeup just because, the majority of the PPA players are already in it for 3.
Sure.
So when that time comes that those contracts are up,
Yeah.
then you're going to see the shakeup begin.
I know some of those players are also still playing MLP.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like because I right away when Eric Lang announced, I'm like, wait a minute, we're not going to see you and Max playing for the Hard Eights
Oh,
in
okay.
Premier.
Yeah,
And he's
sure.
like, oh no, we're still playing MLP.
So because they have MLP contracts, they don't have exclusivity to.
I guess so.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
I don't know how many of those names. I don't understand everyone's contract, but I know at least some of them you'll see
Yeah,
still
yeah.
playing
Okay.
MLP, which is nice too.
Yeah.
You'll
All
get
right.
you'll
And
get
so
this-
you were saying that there's more people yet to be signed that are big names. You
not
think?
that they're out.
On your left.
Not that they're about to be signed, but there's still some outstanding. There's players out there that haven't really made their decision yet. So there could be some more
Yeah.
signings that you haven't seen yet.
Any predictions on that you want to name?
No, I just know of a couple of people that have contacted me about it and
Okay.
they haven't made a decision yet.
Okay.
But they need to because it's happening now. Like they need to make it now.
Yeah. Got it. Interesting. So yeah, I guess like you said, maybe a couple more years, and like they'll, when the money starts rolling in for some of these players, and maybe more people will jump ship.
It's going to end up being another
Tour wars.
MLP. Yeah, tour war.
Right.
For sure. Another tour war in 2 years.
Because it's all look. This is what it's funny. Like when you asked me about the, the year-end championships and the finals, and that nobody cares. No player cares. It's irrelevant. It's going to come down to the same thing as every other fucking business comes down to: money.
Mm-hmm.
So in
Right.
3 years' time, they'll be like, "Oh man, but I got a 2-year winning streak going in the World Tour." Nobody gives a fuck. If you pay me more, then I'm yours.
Right.
If the schedule makes more sense for me and the money's, I'm yours. And that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah. Checks out. Yeah.
Checks out. Yeah. Cool thing that I've been told is those 3 events if you win the event, like let's say you win the men's doubles, every player min is like 30 G's.
Yeah.
30 G's for singles, 30 G's for dubs, 30 G's for mixed. Relatively low level competition. You're talking 90 grand in a week.
Yeah.
It's fucking solid if you're Will Howells right now. He's probably
Maybe-
fucking licking his chops.
Maybe that's where Colin Johns will go.
He can't. He can't. Although I did see today he's going to PPA Australia.
Oh
He
yeah.
and Klinger are going.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting.
How does that work? Is that a separate contract? Like, did you get offers
No.
to go play that?
No.
They
I
just
mean,
chose
no.
to go play
It adds. It counts as a tournament. I think there's. I don't know if there's any additions. I'm sure that's negotiated player by player. For me, it's not a realistic option to go there for 4 days with 4 days of flying with the Nino when I've been to Australia 8 times. I'm good. I have no interest.
El Nino.
La Nina.
Same shit. The kid. La niña, puta, puta, asshole,
God.
bitch. Same thing. Someone, same shit. A mouth to feed. Anyway, yeah.
Are you excited to see Kyrgios play pickleball?
Very.
Is that going to be amazing?
Not only is it going to be amazing, but it's going to be newsworthy. It's going to be like if it's on, obviously it's going to be on Pickleball TV or TV. I will wake up early at whatever fucking time that's on to watch it. So let me make a suggestion, PPA. If you have him like he's playing on the men's doubles day and the times aren't clear, please have whoever's doing your Twitter, Instagram, give hour. He's going to be on in an hour because that's what every person wants to watch.
Yes,
Everyone.
for sure.
That they don't give a fuck about anybody else at that particular event. They want him, and rightfully so.
Yes, exactly.
Who do
Yeah.
you want to see him play against the most?
I don't know who's going, but Colin Johns would be funny. Hysterical.
Yeah, that
I
would
can
be
see Colin
insane.
going up like high five and be like, hey man, we're both tennis players.
Yeah. That would be crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's not super confirmed based on the clip that we saw. Jack Sock was basically like, I'm going to come Australia and play doubles with you. And he was kind of like, yeah. And then it just sort of like,
Well, I think everyone was so surprised that Jack was going to go because, it's like you're going to fly 40 plus hours to play a fucking tournament in Australia. It's like, well, yeah, if it's with you, I'll do it. Like, all right,
yeah.
fuck. Because he talked about it on his podcast, Nothing Major, and they were chit-chatting. And that's how it came to be, I
Right.
guess. But
Kind of wild.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be exciting if that happens.
Speaking of, did you guys see Kyrgios has been at the forefront of a lot of controversy this week?
Oh, now what?
Oh God, he's fucking unbelievable. He's ruthless, man. The guy, Yannick Sinner, number 1 player in the world, had like 1/1000th of a gram of some performance-enhancing drug that his trainer they use apparently in Italy for like to help cuts, and his trainer apparently had it on his hands, gave Sinner a massage, and then Yannick tested positive, but it was such a small amount that they more or less excused him from the ban or the fine, etc. But they decided like, hey, you were negligent here a little bit, so your fine is we take away your Miami points and prize money. For a doping ban, generally it's 2 years. That was a small infraction. Most people in the tennis world, which I think I'm included in, but I just don't know enough, he'd have to be a terrible doper to take such a small amount and then like something that can't help him physically. Kyrgios is like, this guy's a fucking cheater. He should be fucking out. Fuck this guy. I fucking hate him. It's just like, damn. You know, like I thought I didn't mince words. This guy has no shame. So yeah, he's been at the forefront a lot, like saying that he should be banned for the 2 years. And if it was anyone else, they'd be fucking out. And he has these lawyers and these, you know, people that can get him out of these things. I mean, he's not wrong to a certain extent. You know, it's just like a guy who fucking commits murder. Got a better shot if I got Johnny Cochran behind me. So anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not just for his pickleball or his tennis playing with Djokovic yesterday, but for his mouth, which is good.
Wild.
He's in the news.
Get that man in pickleball. It'll make him way more interesting.
Oh God, he'd be amazing.
He's one of the ones on your list for people that would translate well, you think?
He'd be good at anything he does. He's so ridiculously gifted, it's frightening.
All right. Fair.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you can't translate the serve, but his hands are so good. Like he's like the guy you look at and like probably walks up and can, you know, never fucking swung a golf club and belts at 320.
Speaking of which, I saw you post a guy that had one arm that was playing golf. That was crazy.
How fucking good was that?
Yeah, that was wild.
That was crazy. And he was good.
Cannot imagine how that works.
Have you seen this guy?
No.
Dude, the guy is fucking good. And he's like, I'm going to hit one little 180 knockdown. He's got no right arm. I'm not kidding.
I just like that he said that.
I'm
going to hit a 180 knockdown.
I was like, this guy's a fucking badass. It's like, flush that shit right there. Like, he's just cocky with it.
That's awesome.
And he's got no arm. Right arm's gone. Fucking goes lefty. The swing is money. Perfect finish and just belch the shit out of it. It looks loose as could be. Smooth as silk. And he crushed. Like, I don't know what he shoots, but I'd wager he's, you know, like a scratch golfer.
There's also that one-arm guy in college basketball.
Yeah,
that's pretty
good.
Wow. Can like dunk
he was like the
and
Caribbean guy, right?
Yeah, I can't remember.
He was from like the Puerto
Emmanuel
Rico
or something like that.
Yeah. But I think he was like Puerto Rican or Dominican or something like that. And he's fucking good.
Yeah.
Hard to guard.
Yeah.
But like, do you think like did that kid take lessons as a kid? Like if I had, I guess tennis.
What if he was like a pro golfer with 2 arms and just lost one? Like what's his name?
Then I think he'd suck.
Another Happy Gilmore reference. For some reason, in one talk.
You can never get enough Billy Madison.
What was that
Happy
guy's
Gilmore.
Name? He took. What is it? Chuck's arm or
Chubbs?
Chubbs. He took Chubbs' arm. Goddamn Gator.
Took his hand. Took his hand. Not his fucking arm. He took his hand. He jumped in there and got that fucking gator. I got his head.
Got his eyeball.
His head. Get this right. He got his head. He opens up the chest. Chubbs falls backwards out of the fucking compartment and dies. God damn it. These are childhood memories you're trying to fuck up here.
I've actually never seen that movie.
Oh my God.
You're too young.
I know.
Yeah, he is. That's right. I forget about that.
Too young, too British.
I was like
he knows
8.
Billy Madison, or he knows him as like the Netflix guy now. Just puts out Netflix movies all the time.
Did you have the Adam Sandler comedy tapes when you were younger?
Yes.
Oh, God.
All the time. Yes, I did.
I'm going to go piss in that guy's fucking gas tank.
I had the goat. Yeah, the goat. You better not fucking mention it again. That's a credit knot you got there.
It's honestly like I go back and listen to it. It's held the test of time.
It's still funny.
It's funny as shit.
All right, here's your
homework. Yeah.
Go and watch.
Go find Adam Sandler.
Okay.
He made a comedy tape.
Okay.
No, he has several, but his first CD, which is called "They're All Gonna Laugh at You," that's the one you want.
All right.
He's fucking gold. That one and Jerky Boys Fava Beans, top shelf shit.
All right.
Do you know what Jerky Boys is?
No, never heard of any of this.
Fucking kidding me? You know what Jerky Boys is?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. It's like these real prank calls.
Prank calls.
Oh.
So they go and they like prank call real people, but they're just fucking gold. Back in the day when there was no caller ID, you know?
Right.
Kids today wouldn't get it.
That's amazing. All right, yeah. So let's see some other things we got. Turns out women who play pickleball in the pro circuit earn more than the WNBA and the National Women's Soccer League.
Of course they do.
I believe it.
Of course they do. It was funny too because I saw a comment online where a guy who's relatively well known in pickleball, Daniel, I think for his last name, Daniel J is his handle, from Michigan, kind of coaches a lot. And he was like, I don't believe this because I can do math. And Pardo snapped back right away, like what are you watching or what math are you doing? And obviously Pardo has a very good idea of what everyone's getting paid.
Right.
They are definitely making more. Now, are they making more in endorsements across the line? No, probably not. But are they making more?
Because I think the only people in the WNBA making endorsements or big endorsements are like maybe the top 10 or, a couple people.
But okay, so let's say top 10. That's fair. But then there's probably 4 women tops who are making near what those 10 are.
Yeah. See, the numbers that I've
there's
got.
girls like, in college, they're doing NIL. They're making fucking huge money.
Yeah.
Like Flow J or whatever the fuck name is. Great song, by the way. LSU girl.
Yeah,
Came out of Beast.
That's because they're influencers more than they are.
Well, she's also a singer, but she's also the best player in the league or in college basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're both, she's good looking. She's got a swag to her for sure, undoubtedly. Like I saw the pictures of her dad, little New Orleans guy. Like, yeah, this girl's right where she's supposed to be. It's all right. She's fucking good. Her music's good. She's attractive. She's a great basketball player. Anyway, there's a lot of these NIL girls that are making good money because they know how to promote themselves.
Right.
So it seems like the average pickleball female is earning $260,000 a year.
That's a crazy number.
And then the top player for the WNBA is $250,000. And then
but okay, fine. Pure salary, sure.
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
And then
Who is that top player?
I don't actually know the name of it.
I think
No,
she's
it
making like
wouldn't
150
be
a year
her.
or something.
It wouldn't be her. She wouldn't even be near that because she was a rookie. It would be like Breonna Stewart.
But then that's almost double the average for the National Women's Soccer League. It's 120 for that. So, yeah, pretty outstanding numbers.
Yeah,
crazy.
Whether they'll continue or not, time will tell.
Fair point,
but for the moment, it's a great place to be for.
I wonder if that makes the people that are on the PPA tour thankful for what they have.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I honestly think it's
Because
incredible.
I don't know if any of our girls can dunk.
They definitely cannot.
I've seen Anna Bright shoot hoops. It ain't pretty.
The good thing about Anna, and you gotta love her, is she is like the self-described worst athlete in history that's actually good at something somehow.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that she's good at a sport. She said this, like, it shows that my dad was probably one of the best coaches in the world because, like, look at what he was fucking working with.
Right.
And somehow I'm good at this.
That's amazing.
She is literally like one of the worst. Did you see when she played Padel? She hits the fucking ball 12 feet. It's like, what is wrong with you?
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
All right, then a couple last things before we wrap up. We had to say goodbye to Dreamland in Austin, Texas.
Wow, that was
birthplace
very,
of,
very sad.
Major League Pickleball. Yeah, sad times. I don't really know why. I guess maybe the finances were just not working.
Oh, I didn't. If you think about it, it makes sense. So many clubs have opened up in Austin. There's
Sure.
so many indoor clubs there now.
Yeah.
And they're all downtown Austin.
Right.
Yeah,
Dreamland is not. It's a 45-minute drive from downtown Austin. And so it makes sense. I didn't think about it that was going to happen, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll do fine. I mean, it's just a nostalgia thing for us, but the land is valuable.
Sure.
They're going to get their investment back and be fine. But
Yeah,
it's sad.
Of course. But I mean, that was the place that, one obviously started all of MLP, but I think certainly in Austin as well, kind of began the pickle boom there.
Yeah.
It was like the initial spot where that was the first pickleball I ever watched, really, was that MLP event where I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah, Austin wouldn't be Austin without Dreamland because all the pros went there to train,
Right.
and it created a hub for those pros. And I don't think they have the same scene without that.
Right. Yep.
No, I mean,
Exactly. Yeah, sad times. But on the flip side, we are now a destination for Major League Pickleball, which is cool. August 2nd through 3rd.
St. Pete Athletic
Yeah.
Spa.
August 2nd and 3rd?
It's
Or what?
July 31st through August 3rd.
Got it.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Same thing.
4 days. Yeah.
And my birthday is August 6th. So for those of you that come, I'll be
Yep.
having a 3 to 4 day bender directly after.
What about Luke?
We can join up because I'm on the
Oh,
4th.
that's right. You're the 4th.
We'll
Oh,
start.
He was mad at
I
us
can't- I
for
can't
getting
do-
those dates.
I can't do benders with Luke.
Wait.
I'll never- I'll
Hear
He's
me
gotten
out.
better. No, he's like a
Well,
family man now.
It's just
He was at
it's
IKEA.
festival
He was late
town
here because-
season.
Underground rave at IKEA. That's where I was. Yeah, you just have to go into the Beyond section through the
It's like your forest where you go into the toilet and fucking come out.
Yeah,
You go into the
exactly.
maintenance room and you come out and there's just chicks fucking.
Yep. MLP finishes. We start the bend August 3rd, and we carry it all the way through to your birthday. I think is the idea.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
All right.
I'm going Ludacris tomorrow night, by the way.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I
Hell
forgot
yeah,
about
okay.
that. Haven't you? Didn't you
Luda
just
Club.
go recently
Yes,
too? Though
I went to him at the pier. I'm telling you,
Jeez.
Wow.
This is-
Big fan.
it
Ludacris's biggest fan.
he is so fucking good.
He was at
live.
Electric Forest too.
Do you watch
Do you
Rhythm?
remember
do you-
I didn't make it to that set. I didn't make it.
No, honestly, I've seen a lot of rappers live. He is without question the best rapper I've ever been to.
do you
live.
watch the
awesome.
show Rhythm and Flow?
No, but
Oh my-
I've been told about it.
You're missing out then if you like Luda. It's a great show.
Okay, great's a strong word.
No, it's great. It's a contest for rappers that Ludacris is the judge of. And they bring in all these great guest judges. It's
Okay.
great. It's
okay.
great.
Rhythm and flow.
Rhythm and Flow.
Going with it.
There's like 2 seasons, I think.
Okay. Doing the bull dance.
You get like
feeling the
Cardi
flow.
B's on there as a judge.
Okay.
DJ Khaled. There's a ton of great people.
Hate DJ
Chance, the
Khaled.
rapper. I know, but he's good as a judge.
Okay.
They're good personalities.
Nice. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all we got, guys. So yeah, a little bit of break. Had to film Travis playing some tennis with Rachel. She's in town.
How did that go?
I'm sure that the highlights will not be fair, but
I got the whole thing on tape. So
Yeah, no,
that's good.
yeah,
the beginning was a little bit rough,
yeah.
but then
that's
she
right.
got better and better and better.
Yep.
There was rules starting to be put in play to make things fair. I wasn't allowed to hit slice backhands. And
What?
then
The game
I
had to
wasn't-
restart when she was 2-0 down.
Yeah. The points only started when she'd won, so it was like 0. It was like FBI first ball in, but it was like 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 me.
Yeah.
But no, it was fine. She got better and better. She strikes the ball well. I could certainly help her game. A lot of flaws. Fucking a lot of flaws. But no, we had a great time.
It was awesome.
fun.
Yeah. It was fun for all the
The
Crescent Lake
funny
people
part
to
though
come.
was we went to play pickle after,
Yeah.
and I want to know the Crescent response. But we went to play pickle after, and she was so fucking bad.
Really?
And she was like, "I'm never playing tennis ever again." I'm honestly scared. She's like, "I'm scared. I forgot."
That happens to me.
She was atrocious to
Yeah.
where I was like having to pep talk her, like, "Please pull it together. We're
Oh my
practicing
God.
for Christ's sake." And she couldn't feel she couldn't feel it. Like,
Yeah.
everything was off.
That happens to me.
It's very
I'm like
tough.
whiffing. Like the
Yeah.
ball's too far away.
Yep. Yeah, it's a tough one to go back and forth from. I think maybe if you have some space in between, like a day or two, but I think going immediately from one to the other is not a good idea.
Used to it. Like when I was teaching all the time and then coming here to play, I never noticed it one bit. But if you've been playing one for,
Sure.
years or whatever, and then you haven't played the other, it is very weird.
Yeah, that's wild. Crazy. Well, yeah, look out for those highlights soon. And that's it. We got some New Year's plans coming up for you guys.
Yeah, ludicrous.
And then
Ludicrous. Got it.
I'll be asleep on Wednesday.
Okay.
I haven't debated how far I'm going tomorrow night.
Yeah.
What about
I'm
you,
debating.
Luke?
I got a party bus scheduled, and then I'll be DJing for my friends later.
Oh
that
yeah,
night.
you know
Oh, wow.
Luke's a
Yeah.
DJ now.
Yeah.
He bought all the equipment.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yep.
He's-
What's your name?
He's all in.
I don't
oh yeah,
have
do
it
you have a
yet.
name?
What? Luke is it's a great name you can work with.
You just think like it could be like the Adele of electronic music, just one name.
That's who you're gonna.
Luke.
Oh,
I'm just like Luke, you know?
Luke.
Yeah.
Luke loves balls.
Luke sports and
Lukey
music.
poo.
Yeah, welcome to the stage. Lukey poo.
God, could you have
That would be terrible.
Likey Lou, Licky? I'm sure there's something you can do here.
Yeah,
It'll
who
come to
knows? I'll just try and get that DJ Selkirk contract over once they cut ties. I'll.
He's good though. I don't know, man.
Lucky Luke.
You don't think I
DJ
can
Sel-
play Bruce Springsteen for all the old folk?
DJ Selkirk knows how to get the crowd going.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
for sure.
Well, I'm not sure his musical tastes are aligned with mine, but he is animated. You gotta give him-
right.
I mean, no one can say better than him. The best pickleball in the world. Nobody.
Yeah. All right. I'll have
It's
to
like
work on that.
fucking Randy Savage every time.
It is.
I don't
It
know
is
if I could
it
be
is
that
Macho Man.
energetic that early though. I'm more of a late.
No, it's impossible. And
late
I've
guy.
tried to talk like him for like an hour straight to see what happened, and my fucking throat goes for sure.
That's too funny. All right, let's cut it there. I can't talk about this anymore. All right.
All right, see you later,
Happy New Year,
laid back Luke.
everybody.
Tennis still
Thanks.
sucks.
Yeah, tennis still sucks.